Welcome in, Chipola Nation. I'm Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. I have arguably the best backcourt, or two of the guards among the best backcourt in the country here, at least in the Panhandle Conference. Grace Aluma, a redshirt sophomore guard for us, and Tony Baker, a sophomore guard as well. Both of these guys were part of our conference championship team a year ago, our state championship team a year ago, and had a big part, both of them did, in that success. And they're being great leaders, doing a great job thus far this season. To give you a quick update, our team is currently 14-3. We're ranked third in the state, number 14 in the country. We open up league play on the 11th. We go to Pensacola State. They have a really good team on the road. And then we come home for our conference opener January 14th against Gulf Coast State and Lane Blue, who was my associate head coach last year and now the head coach over there, doing an outstanding job. So we hope you can make it maybe to Pensacola, but definitely to our home game here on the 14th against Gulf Coast. So let's get started. Grace, tell our fans a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you played your high school ball, prep school, if you played prep school. Let our fans know a little bit about you, man.
My name is Grace Aluma. I'm from the Congo. My freshman year, I played in the NBA Academy, Africa, in Senegal. And my sophomore year, I played over there too. It was a great experience. And after that, I moved to US. And I finished my senior year in West Oaks Academy with Coach Diane and Coach Kenny. And it was a great experience to be there because she's a winner. Like, she pushed me, go to the classroom, get a better grade, and be a better man outside the basketball court. And then after that, I never played AU in my life. It was my first time to play AU. And then after AU, I come to Chipola. But my senior year, we won back-to-back the championship. We played the Final Four. And then even my freshman year, my sophomore year in the NBA Academy, I won a couple of trophies. And it was a really, really good experience to meet some NBA players and they talk to them and just ask them some questions. It was a great experience. And then after that, I moved to Chipola, and then we played with Coach Kenny. It was life-changing.
And everything's been downhill since, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, when you talk about the NBA Academy in the Congo where you grew up, that had to be a fascinating experience, just being around that environment, those type of coaches, those type of players. Give our fans an idea of maybe one or two things you did every day at the NBA Academy there.
In the NBA Academy in Senegal, it was like every 4 in the morning, you got to wake up, you got weight room, conditioning, and then you got your home plan, go to weight room, and then after weight room, you go to the basketball court, do like a skill work stuff, and then after that, you got to like, hurry up, go back to your room, take a shower, get breakfast, and then you got class. And then after class, you gotta make sure like do your homework, your homework, everything, because the teacher gonna check. If you didn't do one assignment, you got in trouble. And then after that, if you're in trouble, like when you go to the basketball court, like you gotta run. After practice, you got conditioning, all that stuff. Like it was a detail, we got film, everything.
Sounds a lot like Coach Tyndall's deal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's pretty cool, though. You
Yes,
get
sir.
an opportunity to be in that environment up every morning at 4 a.m. working, and
Yes,
it's just a real eye-opener for kids that haven't been through something like that, how intense and demanding, how good the competition is,
Yes, sir.
and the demands they put on you every day,
Yes, sir.
right? Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
My name is Tony Baker. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I played at Johnson High School. I won Player of the Year my senior year, but I could have never reached the state championship in high school. I played on the Under Armour circuit for AAU. I actually won the UA Nationals for Under Armour. It's been a great journey playing basketball. I'm just hoping to continue to grow.
Yeah. Well, and you said you played in, what, 2 Final Fours in high school?
Yes, sir.
Grace, you played in 2 Final Fours.
Yes, sir.
So you guys both have brought winning to the program, and you've helped build our culture because you played for great high school coaches. I know Coach Diane's outstanding. I know your high school coach did a great job with you. So you come in the door knowing what it takes to win,
Yes,
which
sir.
is so important. And when you get here, all right, you decide to come to Chipola. You're going to lie to everyone and tell them it was because of me. I understand, which we won't even go down that road. But when you get to Chipola, You're in the program for, let's say, a year. You've been through it. You see how good the Panhandle Conference is, how good the players in this league are. Give me one or two surprises or good things about Chipola that you found out about having spent some time here. Doesn't have to be basketball related, Grace.
The community and the fan with people we got here, because like it's a small town, so we got nothing to do here. It's just like basketball and schoolwork, and then the people like come to the game, like support us, like outside the game. Sometimes spend a little bit of time, talk to them,
Yeah.
Like it's just different. It's really different to the other college. Like they really care about us.
Yeah, they really do, and I tell people that all the time. That's one of the things that makes Chipola so unique, is the campus community support from our administration all the way through financial aid and registration and all the people and academics that help the campus.
Yes, sir.
Professors are behind us 100%, but our fans here are special.
Yes, sir.
They really are, and it's pretty cool that you get to know them personally, and they get to know you personally.
Yes,
I
sir.
think that's just awesome. All right, T, what do you got? Any surprises, good, bad, or indifferent after spending a year here?
I would just say our fans and supporters. I just love how they interact with us and come out to the games to support us. And also the teachers helping us in the classrooms. I really like that as well.
It's important, isn't it?
Yes,
So many times, you have a kid that may be struggling in a class, and the teachers here go above and beyond, trying to spend extra time, study hall, having them after class, before class, to tutor them and monitor them, and it goes a long way in helping you guys move on and achieve your goals and dreams. So we're lucky to be here,
Yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Last year's team, we kind of talked about it a little bit. We were ranked nationally top 10 all year. We won the Panhandle for the 4th straight year, win the state tournament. We had a chance to probably win a national title. JJ tears his knee up. But now we're over halfway through the year this year. Let's start with you, Tony. How do you compare last year's team to our current team at this point in time?
Last year's team, it was just much older. But I feel like now we kind of turning the corner now, and everybody's starting to buy in. So I feel like we're going to be good.
Yeah. Now, when you say older, do you feel like this year, because you're the sophomore, that you're trying to lead more, you are leading more, that some of these guys just feel a little bit younger? Because really, when you look at on paper, we're about the same mix of freshmen and sophomores. Maybe they seem younger to you because you're doing more leading. Could that be it?
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, and I think, when you talk about the youth, when you got a point guard, like last year we had 2 sophomore point guards, right? Sammy and then Grady. This year we got mostly Trent, a freshman, playing the point. And so that takes a while. That position, as you know, is so important, but Trent's making a lot of progress. And you two and Grace, you add Markel and Dean in there. That's pretty darn good guards for this level, right?
Yes, sir.
What about you, Grace? What do you think last year's team compared to this year's team?
Last year team, I'm gonna tell you, just like Tony said, we got like a lot of other guys like come from D1. They got a lot of experience, but it was different. But this year, I think like everybody, like if you're trying to like talk to somebody, like, hey, you got to get extra work, get in the gym, like you got to lock in when coach gives something, like you got to get the ball on the floor, like they be trying to like lessen and locked in. And if they see like one of the older guys like us, me, T-Bay, and they come to the gym, like get extra work. And they be like, oh, let me do this. Let me get watch like extra film. Like, what can I do to get a spot, get a minute? Like they start understand, and especially this time of the year, we trying to like start the play league. Like they trying to like lock in. They do something special.
Yeah, so these guys you're saying really are doing a good job of listening to you older guys,
Yes,
heeding
sir.
your advice and
Yes, sir.
following kind of what you do every day,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's important, so important. Well, I always give the guys a chance to ask Coach DT a question. I know it's early, Tony. You look like you just got out of bed not long ago. We didn't have class today, to all our fans out there. But you got a question for Coach that maybe our fans would want to know something about?
Which team out of all your years you think is your favorite
All my years coaching, period, or my teams here at Chipola?
here at Chipola?
Ooh, that's tough. The first year was so tough because we were going through COVID, Tony. So the season didn't even start until January 1st. So we practiced all fall, and it was my first year back in college basketball. And I knew how good the Panhandle was, but I didn't coach in the Panhandle, so I didn't know for sure what it was going to take to win at this level. And so that first year's team, we ended up winning the league, winning the state, going to the Final Four at the national tournament. Had some special guys on that team like Faison Fields, Achor, Jaden Zachary. So it'd be hard to beat what we did in that short time, all the adversity with COVID going on, what we did that first year. But then I look at last year's team. We lose Sammy, arguably our best player and our point guard, to a season-ending foot injury. We're 19-1 at the time. We lose 2 games in a row. The only time I've ever lost 2 games in a row since I've been at Chipola. And it would have been real easy, you guys know, being on that team, to pack it in and feel sorry for ourselves and say, you know what, this just isn't going to be our year. But we did it. And not only did we not feel sorry for ourselves, we won 10 straight games to close out the season, win the conference, win the state, and then we lose JJ, or we have a real chance to win the national title. So those 2 teams would probably be my favorite to this point in time. I'm hoping this year's team is my favorite by the end of the year. How about you, Grace? Question?
Like, how did you make, like, sometimes, like, in practice, right? And you gonna be like, after practice, we're not good enough. I promise y'all I'm gonna get y'all right. Like, and when you get home, like, when you watch your film, like, how can you think, like, to prepare us, like, to get your team, like, ready for the league or whatever the team we're gonna play?
Well, I always say, you know, good programs, good coaches, the players take on the personality of the head coach. And sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, right, Tony? But I will say this. I think what I try to do is just instill my will into you guys that we're going to be the toughest, most disciplined, hardest playing team in the country. Some nights we are that. Maybe some nights we fall a little short, but the mindset that I try to have every day, the approach we have to practice, the preparation we have every day for practice and leading up to games, I hope rubs off on you guys, where eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, but eventually you guys say, you know what, we're just going to follow this guy's lead and do what he asks us to do, and then it kind of falls into place. And to your guys' credit, my players' credit, since I've been here, we've done that. We've had good success, and I'm really proud of you guys, our team, and the past teams as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, last thing. Grace, we'll go back to you. Give me one individual goal and one team goal that you have as this season winds down.
Win everything, conference, state, and the championship, and get a better school for my education. We continue continue my education and play ball.
Yeah. How about you, Tony?
To win the state tournament and to win the national tournament, and also to be a JUCO All-American, and to further my basketball at a Division I college.
Yeah. Well, I think those are realistic goals.
Yes,
both
sir.
you guys are going to be Division I players. Both you guys are on schedule to graduate, doing well in school, which I'm very proud of. Which leads me to quickly say our team had a team GPA of a 3.21.
Yes, sir.
Pretty impressive. Had 11 guys on our team with a 3.0 or better, so I'm very proud of that. And I think you guys are on your way to achieving some good goals this year and having very, very bright futures. So we're glad you're here at Chipola. Yes, I know our fans are as well. And I'll just end it by saying this. Again, we have an important date, January 14th at home against Gulf Coast State. The women will play before us at 5. We'll play at 7. We hope to see everybody there. Panhandle Conference is going to be amazing this year, so we hope you'll come out and support us. Go Indians.
Go Indians.
Go Indians.